are going to be going through my 2023 goals. So this is going to be just general goals. I don't have too many specific bookish goals because I want to make this channel a mix of things that I enjoy doing. I'm just going to include all my goals on here. So that's what we're going to be doing. So I have written my goals down in my trusty little Inkling Designs planner. Look how cool this is. It's just, I have been using this, apart from yesterday where I didn't track how many pages I read yesterday, but other than that I have been using this to track my books. So I'm proud of me. Yes, we are only on day 10 of January, but it's a thing. And I've filled in my goals, so we're just going to go through these goals that I've written down, and we'll just see if we can stick to them. Shall we? We shall. So the first goal is a bookish goal, and that is to read 80 books. Last year I think I put it at 70 and I smashed it. I smashed out like 180 books last year. However, this year I wanted to set it at 80 just because I know that that is doable. I hit 70 books around Marvelathon time, like June, July last year. So I know it's doable, but because I want to do other things, spend time like watching series and movies and doing some cross-stitching, and more physical reading will be happening this year, which will tie in with another goal that I want to complete. I just thought that if I set it at 80, I know that it is more than doable, even if I do have to physically read a lot of books this year. So that's the first one. Second one is a channel goal, and that is to reach 1,000 subscribers. I wanted to do it last year, but I don't know what it is with my channel. It goes, I mean, I know everyone's channel goes through this as well. I started off my channel as a beauty channel, and I had 100 and odd subscribers. So back in 2020 when I started this as a bookish thing, it's taken from then, December 2020, to now to get like 580 subscribers, and I don't know why it is, but it's just very difficult for me to gain subscribers. I've changed up my content, I've uploaded more, I have no idea what else I need to do, and I don't necessarily want a massive following. I have said this before. I think that if I got too much of a big following, the expectation would be too high. I would get myself so stressed out that I would shut down and probably stop posting, because I know that people with a larger following, I've seen it in comments, like as your following gets larger, people tend to be like asking where you are and expecting you to upload, and they question when you haven't uploaded. Some people can get nasty about it, and I know that a lot of the people that I'm close to don't care if I stick to a schedule or not. And anyone who follows me and actually genuinely gives a shit about me wouldn't care if I missed an upload now and again. But I know that like things like that would play on my mind, and I would feel a pressure, not necessarily placed with anyone else but on myself, to upload more. So I don't want a massive following, but getting over 1,000, it's one goal that I've had for a couple of years now, and it's one goal I really, really want to hit in 2023. If I could end 2023 having hit 1,000 subscribers minimum, that would be like the best end of 2023. So I'm gonna see if I can do some other things to try and gain some more subscribers and see what, I don't know, we'll see. The next one is to read more indie books. So I promote a lot of indie books on my channel. However, I haven't read a lot of indie books from various different authors. The indie books I've read tend to be from the same authors. I've read the first 3 books from the Ryan Cahill Barn and Broken series. I've read a D.W. Ross book. I've read Gersel. I read Legends and Lattes when it was an indie book. I have read some other indie cozy fantasies, but on the whole, I've read Ellen McRae's book from first book in the world of Lunaria, and some others as well, but I haven't read as much indie as I wanted to. But as you can probably tell from a lot of my On My Radar series that I've done, I will leave it linked somewhere around the video, I do promote a lot of indie books, and I have shared a lot that are on my radar. I have I want to say like coming on 60 now books that I want to read. Some are from the same author. I read 4 books from KJ Sutton in the Fortuna Swan series. I read multiple books from the same author, but I wanted to read from various different authors. That's another reason why I decided to do Scribd put 8 finalist books, so it would like throw me into reading other authors as to 10 different people for me to read books from. So I thought, why not? Next one is to track my reading, and in comes a little Inkling Book Designs, Little Inkling Designs planner. So you've probably already seen the layout of this. I got the horizontal. I don't know which one I got. I got the one that looks like this. And I've started writing in that. I have started writing in pen now. I was only writing in pencil at one point. I was scared to write this in pen. But I'm also venturing out into getting some journal stickers, because I'm a bougie bitch. And I just think that tracking my reading, but not over tracking. I think last year, Corpile, I got too stressed out when I was rating books, because Corpile is a great tool to use. And if you enjoy using Corpile and you are a more logical book rater, then Corpile works for you. Me, I thought I was a logical book reviewer, but when it comes to rating a book, I found myself more and more rating things on the vibes. And I know, Gem, year of the vibe. I was rating things more on vibes, and I was adjusting the numbers on the rating of Corpile to fit how I felt about the book, which is totally not the purpose of Corpile at all. So I still take into account each of those little elements, but then I use those to give my overall rating. And I will be using 0.5 star ratings this year. I'm just giving myself a wider range of rating that way. Whereas like 1 is like absolute trash, never again will I ever read or consider discussing this book other than in the worst. Like I'm noped out. It's highly likely a DNF. Depending on how far I'm into it when I DNF it will depend on whether I rate it on Goodreads, but it will be tracked. 2-star rating is like barely readable, but again, 1 and 2 stars I generally won't ever give out, because I will DNF a book if I need to. I'm not the kind of person who will push myself through a book that I don't need to push myself through. I used to do that, or I used to like skim read just so I could say I finished it and then just forget it existed. 3 is that it's just okay. It's something I would still probably recommend, and it just didn't give me like really excited vibes, or I wouldn't reread it, and it might be suitable for someone else, just not for me. And it was a very okay. It was just a chill read, nothing to write home about. My 4 stars are going to be like great vibes, I would highly recommend. There was just something missing that just didn't give me that 5-star feel, and then the 5-star is like vibes are impeccable. Just can't criticise anything about the book really, and would definitely put it on a favourites list and reread regularly. That is the way that I'm working. And the 0.5s are just obviously, if I don't know which one to choose, I'll put it as a 0.5. So that's how I'll be rating books this year. I will still be tracking it on a spreadsheet, because I want to like split the genres. I've also added a way to track how many traditionally published books I read this year and how many indie books I read this year, because obviously reading more indie is what I want to track, and I will only know that by tracking the different books that I read. Yeah, so there's another bookish goal for you. Track my reading more, and not necessarily so that I can be in competition with myself or anyone else, or like punish myself if I don't hit a specific goal, but it's just to see how much I read and if there's any sort of pattern to when I read more. And it's just for me really, because I'm nosy about that kind of thing. And now that I've started tracking it, I kind of like it. So there we go. In with that, I haven't written it on here because I didn't have space. But another goal would be to read more from my Kindle. I have as many books possible checked out of Kindle Unlimited Library as possible. Some of those are in the Ink Award books, so yeah, but some of them are just books that I'm interested in reading. I do also have Kindle books that have been sent ARCs for ARC purposes, for review. I've got a lot of NetGalley books on there that I still need to review. So another goal would be to read more from my Kindle. I don't know why I seem to be able to read more on my Kindle than I can do opening a physical book. I don't know how my brain separates that, but like over Christmas I was able to read the Kindle books for my smutty vlog, and I didn't seem to have an issue with it, but I seem to have an issue with picking up a physical book and turning the page. Why I do that, I don't know. So I'm going to try and read more on my Kindle, which obviously ties in with, well, for me it would tie in with the reading 80 books, because I know that a lot of indie books don't have audiobooks, and a lot of indie books initially are only available on Kindle, or due to price I might not be able to buy them physically, but I still might want to read them and buy the cheaper version on Kindle. So I'm a slower reader in general when I have to physically read, and especially with the way that my brain is going at the moment. But so that means that I won't be reading as quickly, which will inevitably mean I will read less than I have this year. Generally, I think, maybe. So we'll see about that. And then the next goal is a personal goal, and that is to lose £100. And that sounds like a lot, but for those of you who have been with me since August last year, I did have weight loss surgery. I did have a balloon fitted, and I did lose like £40, but then I've just been stagnant. That's a whole other video to discuss issues with that. But tests are happening, medical things have started the process of that makes no sense. There's other things that have been started in the background that will hopefully help me get back on track with said weight loss. But I have joined back at the gym. I have started back with the healthy eating, so that is my goal, to lose that by the end of the year. Again, I'm not going to punish myself if I don't hit that. There are things that going on at the moment, which means that it might be a few months until things get moving, but I'm being very vague and I'm sorry, but to go with the video, I don't think y'all need to know about my personal shit, and if you're interested, I'll gladly tell you. Just I just don't want to like turn this into like a ranty video or an emotional video. It's just a cute goals video, so we'll leave it at that. We'll do it. And the final three are to start cross stitching again. Ashley's knitting on lives, and now her embroidery, and the fact that Chloe's into embroidery, and seeing all the beautiful designs, and just makes me want to pick up my diamond painting and cross stitching again. More so cross stitching, because there are a couple of projects that I had outstanding that I haven't finished, that I have probably shown multiple times on lives. It's the wolf one. If I can find a picture, I'll put it here if you haven't seen it. It is very much nearly finished. The majority of what I've got to finish is black with a little bit of a colour. But if you know me, you know I have self-sabotage brain. I get so close to getting something finished, get close to getting something done, and my brain just switches off and be like, nope, let's just no part of this and yeet. In that respect, my completionist brain is shit, but then when it comes to obsessing over completing a level on a game and getting all the flags, my brain is just like, you cannot move on from this level to complete all the flags or get all the stars on Mario. Make that make sense, please, because I can't. I don't know why my brain does this. When it comes to video games and that kind of thing, I have to complete and collect everything on a level in order for me to complete to say that the game is complete. But I can leave a cross stitch for 5 years without finishing it. Told you, brain, make it make sense. I can't. And then second one ties in with the losing weight goal, is to start working out more. Now that things are getting me with the doctor, fingers crossed, I can do that. So If I do get into the swing of things with that, if anybody is interested in seeing videos along those lines, me talking in more detail about that, then please feel free to let me know, and I will do videos separately to that. I know they probably won't do as well as Bookish videos do, but this channel is Lisa Does Life. And yes, I'm part of Booktube, and books are a massive part of my life, and they have helped me a lot, and I have met some of the best friends I have ever had through Booktube. But I do want to share other things with you as well. I do like to share other parts of my life. So if you're interested in that, please let me know, and I will make it happen, hopefully, fingers crossed. And then the final one is to complete my journal spreads weekly. This is these spreads, and it doesn't need to be anything elaborate. I'm not turning into a journaler. Like, it's not going to be a journal channel. I'm not going to do anything like that. But it's just something that I have enjoyed doing. I've had these journal stickers for a while, and just make sure I've completed my journal each week. I'm planning things more. I'm trying to keep on track. Like, me and Jem had a backstage chat the other day, and we've literally planned out the podcast for almost all of the year, and we've got like things planned out. So that is giving me a happy brain. And for those of you who don't know, me and Jem from Bookish Gems run a podcast, and last year I think a couple of things we do need to improve on. One being the fact that we did have a guest on every single month, and it got to be a lot, because trying to find a guest for each month and then a book to fit a guest, it was just, we did leave it to the last minute quite a lot of the time, not gonna lie. But yeah, this year we've said that we're probably gonna alternate it. There may be months where we have a couple of months in a row with a guest, if we decide to change our mind, if there's a book that we know someone specifically wants to read. If Jem's up for it and it's not supposed to be a month we have a guest on, we might have a guest. But you know, we'll see how we go. But as it stands at the moment, there's going to be a month where it's just me and Jem, and a month where we have a guest. It gives us a bit of a breather, really. We already have up until September sorted guest wise, and August sorted book wise, I think. So we're doing good with the plannage, we are. And like I said, I'm going to be tracking my reading per day and things. And I've started filling in this. This was very therapeutic for me. I've coloured all this in, you can't really see. Like, the background is a very light blue, and then I've coloured in all this brown. And then I've tried to do some of these book things the same as the actual spine of the thing. I am nowhere artistic, so the basics have been done, like if it has Love Arts on the spine, or like Never Night, it's just one word that's very poorly done, but it's done. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. When I've been listening to an audiobook, I coloured all this in. I've been colouring in and doing the spines on things, and it's very therapeutic for me. So this is what I've been doing. Yeah. So this quick goals video turned into a long goals video, but you know, I ramble, it's me. I went off on a tangent and added an extra goal in there, but what do you expect from me? I am not of the normal variety. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean. Here we go. One thing I did forget to say is, in with the indie, reading more indie, I will be reviewing more indie on my channel. That is going to be something that becomes a regular thing on my channel. You will see more reviews popping up. Not necessarily on a weekly basis, but on a regular basis you'll be seeing more individual reviews on my channel. I forgot to mention that. But anyway, if you like me, if you like this channel, if you like seeing videos with this face, then please like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. If you want to let me know you're here but you don't want to write anything, then as always, the black heart is very much appreciated. And again, yes, I stole that from Jem. She loves a purple heart, but I like the idea of you leaving me an emoji if you don't want to say anything. But until next time, I would say I'll be like, well, less rambling, but I probably will be. So, bye.
Every time I fall in love, it seems to be